friends, it's Emma here, the Bookish Princess. Today I have a March reading vlog of sorts for you guys. In my reading vlogs, I often will intersperse other fun things I've been doing throughout the month. So I thought I would definitely do that this month, show you some fun stay-at-home activities I've been trying, because obviously everyone is stuck at home this month. I hope everyone is doing well and staying safe. I know I've been keeping busy. My full-time job, luckily, I can do from home, so that keeps me busy. And this channel, I've been trying to upload some more videos since I know everyone is stuck at home. I've been having a lot of fun with my Animal Crossing videos. I finally got a game capture card. My brother Athos had been bugging me to get one for ages because he loves video games, and there are other video games that we can play together and get some playthroughs, gameplay uploaded. So that should be really fun. But we also had a Lego party earlier this month, which I filmed some of, which was super awesome. And my cousin and I did our Beatrix Potter painting, so I filmed that as well. And of course, I've been staying busy reading. I mentioned in my Lord of the Rings BTS video that I've been rereading The Two Towers. I started rereading Fellowship of the Ring last fall. I started it on Frodo and Bilbo's birthday, and I finished that up around Christmas, and I just hadn't got around to The Two Towers, but I picked that up again recently, and it's been so much fun. I was talking about the Ents in my BTS video. Every time I read that chapter, I just fall in love with it all over again. There's so many fun things about Treebeard and Fanghorn Forest. I like when they first meet, and Treebeard has never heard of a hobbit, and of course the hobbits have never heard of Ents. And Treebeard actually has like a long poem of all the different creatures in Middle-earth, but there isn't a line about hobbits. And so the hobbits suggest half-grown hobbits, the hole dwellers, and Treebeard says, not bad, that would do. So you live in holes, eh? It sounds very right and proper. Who calls you hobbits, though? That does not sound elvish to me. Elves made all the old words. They began it. There's the linguist in Tolkien coming out. Tolkien invented all these languages and then invented the stories to kind of go around them, which is so cool. But yeah, so Pippin then says, nobody else calls us hobbits. We call ourselves that. Come now, not so hasty. You call yourselves hobbits, but you should not go telling just anybody. You'll be letting out your own right names if you're not careful. We aren't careful about that, said Mary. As a matter of fact, I'm a Brandybuck, Meriadoc Brandybuck, though most people call me just Mary. And I'm a Took, Peregrine Took, but I'm generally called Pippin, or even Pip. Don't they just have the best names? Meriadoc and Peregrine and Mary and Pippin. Like, you don't get more iconic. But you are hasty folk, I see, said Treebeard. I am honored by your confidence, but you should not be too free all at once. There are Ents and Ents, you know. Or there are Ents and things that look like Ents but ain't, as you might say. I'll call you Mary and Pippin if you please, nice names, for I'm not going to tell you my name, not yet at any rate. For one thing, it would take a long while. My name is growing all the time, and I've lived a very long time, so my name is like a story. Real names tell you the story of the things they belong to in my language, in the old Entish, as you might say. It is a lovely language, but it takes a very long time to say anything in it, because we do not say anything in it unless it is worth taking a long time to say and to listen to. Which we find out later at the Entmoot, where it takes them like 3 days just to get through their decision. But once Ents get moving. Yes, my only regret is that there aren't more Ents. Anyway, it's always fun to reread Tolkien. You always notice something that you forgot about before. I've also been reading this pretty book, which I found at an antique shop last month, Abbé Constantin by Halévy. It is set in France. It is about a priest in a little French village, and the kind of big estate in the village was just sold to some Americans. And so the Abbé Constantin is very worried because he was really good friends with the family that, you know, owned the estate previously, and of course they were very good to the poor. They came to all of his masses because they were Catholic, and the Americans have just arrived, and it turns out they're Catholic. And the priest is so delighted, and it's so sweet. They're two sisters, and they have quite a fun backstory. Yeah, I've really been enjoying this so far. I feel like it's full of lots of just little asides from the author that are fun and interesting. I'm not exactly sure where the story is going so far, but it'll be interesting to see. The characters are really sweet, so I'm glad I bought this. I feel like the story does match the cover, because it was a little bit of a cover buy, let's be honest. It's just such a pretty book, and it's so satisfying to hold. I feel like this is such a lovely little size, and like you can tell it's old, so somehow it's just very cozy opening it up. You feel like you're going back in time. I think, does this one have the inscription? No, one of the other books that I have has an inscription from like 1904 or something like that, but still, this came out It doesn't even have an ISBN, so that tells you how long ago it must have come out. It's set in 1881. There's the cover page right there, so pretty. H.M. Caldwell Company, New York. That sounds familiar. In college, the library I went to had these beautiful old copies of Jane Austen, and I wonder now if it was Caldwell. I can't remember the name of the company. I should have written it down. I probably did write it down somewhere. I just don't know where, because I'd love to look those up. Not that I need any more copies of Jane Austen, although I keep seeing copies of Jane Austen that I want, so I kind of have this secret ambition, once I have a bigger space and have space for another bookshelf, to have a whole bookshelf that's just Jane Austen, that's just the 6 Jane Austen novels, but in tons and tons of different covers. But I would love to have some vintage ones, and I remember these copies from the library had these really sweet illustrations. They were just really beautifully kind of stylistic. I'm gonna have to look those up now that I'm thinking of them. So I have a small but growing collection of these Everyman Poet Pocket Poet series, and I have one new one to add to the list. I don't think I shared this yet, although I did buy it, I think last month, at a Barnes & Noble order that, wasn't quite at the free shipping mark, so I just had to buy one more thing to get to free shipping. I love these spines though. Isn't it awesome the way they look so great when they're all lined up together, the way these are different colors and the spines are different, and even the little bookmarks are slightly different. I didn't have a Walt Whitman one yet. And this has one of my favorite Walt Whitman poems, which is, let's see if we can find it. There it is. Number 23. Page 23. A noiseless patient spider. A noiseless patient spider. I marked where on a little promontory it stood isolated, marked how to explore the vacant, vast surrounding it, launched forth filament, filament, filament out of itself, ever unreeling them, ever tirelessly speeding them. And you, O my soul, where you stand, surrounded, detached, in measureless oceans of space, ceaselessly musing, venturing, throwing, seeking the spheres to connect them, till the bridge you will need be formed, till the ductile anchor hold, till the gossamer thread you fling catch somewhere, O my soul. I've always loved this poem. I have it just about memorized. I need to perfect it so that I actually have it memorized. But I feel like I haven't read a whole lot of other Walt Whitman poems, so I thought it would be great to become more familiar with him. All aboard, friends. Get on board for a quarantine Lego vlog. Look at this. We're creating the Magic Kingdom out of all of our ancestral Lego sets. Here we have Adventureland. Jasmine's over there. Frontierland, Tomorrowland. This is Mars basically, so maybe that's Epcot actually. Here's another Magic Kingdom castle. I have Cinderella's castle too. We'll show you that in a sec. This is basically Hollywood Studios, the monorail. Since Disney World is closed, we're bringing Disney World out in Lego form. Up here, here's my Princess Castles, New Fantasyland. There's Belle's castle, Belle and the Beast, Cinderella's castle. We have another medieval knight's castle over there. The pyramids belong to Athos. Athos, oh, there's a giant scorpion. Athos, tell us what you love about these.
They are adventurous.
Look at
I love adventure. I'm an adventuring guy.
Snake pit.
Have you seen the doors? I like the way
No. Which ones?
Look at the
Show us.
2 front doors. Whoa! It opens right up.
It is? I can't even see.
And then it closes again.
Oh.
There you go. You'll be able
Whoa.
to see the after footage. Incredible.
Incredible. Here's our friends in Fort Legorado. Porthos, it was the Fort Legorado guy. See, I have 4 brothers, so you have to understand that this is our collective Lego from our entire lives. Look at these guys. That's the cannons. So great. Oh, here's the sort of, looks like a card game is in progress. See, where's the line to get on Big Thunder Mountain? It should be somewhere around here. Look, we've got some guys journeying through Tomorrowland. So, does anyone remember this Mars set? I kind of loved this Mars set. These Martians, they were so fun. Cassiopeia, was that her name? It was something like that. Here, should we illustrate how you travel through the tubes? Because the tube travel was kind of my favorite thing. Look at that! See? You just had to get it lined up first and then it works beautifully.
Which is your destination?
She was gonna go to Fort Lagarado.
Very good.
See, we should have left this to the professionals. Porthos is our professional Martian engineer.
There we go.
What? I hear, look, there she is! See? When this thing worked, it was really, really fun. Now she's ready to visit. She's ready to ride Big Thunder Mountain.
Counterclockwise, just a little bit. That will give you enough. You can get them both moving.
There are people in there. Oh, look, do you see the dining car? Did you guys see the dining car as it went by? Yeah, let's look at this train as it goes by. Oh yeah, this one you could put the cars in the train. Oh, there we go. Now he's going too. Look at this.
Tron monorail.
Since I've been stuck at home, like everybody else, I've been doing some armchair traveling with another of my Lodestar anthology magazines. I ordered 3 of these a while ago. Aren't the spines so pretty? They're technically magazines, but honestly they feel kind of like a book, and they have so many absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous photos. Also illustrations. This one was about a town. Which town? The Kinasaki Onsen. I think onsens are like hot baths or hot springs. Anyway, this town sounded kind of like the Japanese equivalent of Bath in England. And they were saying that like people walk around in there. Oh, I can't remember the name of that. I don't think it was kimono. A different kind of robe, ready to go to the bath. Oh, a yukata. I think that was the name of it. I feel like I've seen that kind of robe in Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, so I should be more familiar. I love traditional clothing from different cultures. Like I think they have some more pictures of kimonos and just beautiful, beautiful clothing. There was one article about this cool temple that's like over 1,000 years old that's built into the side of the rock, and it just looks sort of impossibly perched. Where was it? It must have been towards the beginning, unless I'm missing it. Yes, I think it's Sakura cherry blossom time in Japan right now. Isn't that a beautiful photograph? This whole, all the spreads are just so lovely. Here it is. It is, I don't know how to pronounce that, Nageredo. And there's the picture. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? This one I think was about a kind of pilgrimage trail, like a long hike. And I liked at the end how she compared it. Camino Kodo was the name, and she compared it to the Camino de Santiago. Isn't that what it's called in Spain? I have never been on the Camino, and I've never been to Japan at all, but this is definitely making me want to go. I know we can't go anywhere at the moment, but I think it's never too early to start planning a trip. Yeah, these are my other 2 Lodestars that I bought in the set. This one is Switzerland, and I showed that in one of my February reading vlogs. I have a couple more articles to read in that. I have not started. This is the Portugal one. I'm kind of saving it. Yes, here are all my BTS friends. You guys have seen this BTS display before. I did get tickets to the BTS concert this summer, which has sadly been postponed, although postponed is better than canceled because I don't think I will have to go through the rigmarole of getting tickets again, and whenever it is rescheduled to, I am definitely going to it. So I'm still staying positive, looking forward to seeing these 7 in concert. Yes, these guys are from the BT21 baby collection. They're so cute. Suga's little character, Cookie, since he's a baby, he's not a cookie anymore. He's cookie dough. Isn't that hilarious? There's Jimmy and Tata. So I found these in the basement the other day. They are my collection of Beatrix Potter books. I think I'm just missing number 2 here, which I think was the Squirrel Nutkin one. This one, the one with the dollhouse, was always my favorite. Once upon a time, there was a very beautiful dollhouse. Red brick, white windows, real muslin curtains. And then it's Tom Thumb and Hunker Munker, I think. Yes, they try to cut the, the fake ham. Yeah, I kind of love this. Anything with dollhouses is always my favorite. My cousin Becky and I, of course, have been to Beatrix Potter's house in England. We went there a couple years ago. The Flopsy Bunnies. I think I was just reading the beginning of this. It had a kind of funny opening. It is said that the effect of eating too much lettuce is soporific. I have never felt sleepy after eating lettuces, but then I am not a rabbit. They certainly had a very soporific effect, I really hope I'm pronouncing that word right, upon the Flopsy Bunnies. When Benjamin Bunny grew up, look at this, this is like a sequel. He married his cousin Flopsy. They had a very large family and they were very improvident and cheerful. Except for when they end up in McGregor's garden, which is never a good place to be, let's be honest. The roly-poly pudding. So should I go with a mouse? Should I go with... Oh, isn't there one about a cat? Which is the cat? Miss Moppet? There's the cat. Wow, what is this? Going to get something at the store? The village shop, Ginger and Pickles. Oh, this is so cute. Yeah, so if you guys have a favorite Beatrix Potter, let me know down in the comments. So I'm going to have to pick out a painting here. Let's see, number 18. There we go. I am actually remembering more and more of these now that I'm picking them up. Like this one I remember was really cute. That's a pretty drawing, actually. Maybe I'll do that. When we visited Beatrix Potter's house, it was fun. Like they identified like this maybe was her own garden gate or like the corner of her, room or like all the little vignettes and little spots that she used. Yes, in this there's a town mouse. Look at that, having a pretty great dinner. And a country mouse. So cute. Hey, how are you? Realized it stopped filming. I have no idea when. I was gonna do a cool time lapse. I have no idea at what point it cut out.
Shoot.
But oh well. We're here at the critical juncture of the mouse. You knew his name. How did you know his name? You have such a good memory.
It's so cute. Timmy Willie.
Timmy Willie.
Timmy Willie.
But the book is named after the town mouse, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, yes. I believe you're correct.
He gets the name. Okay. Here we go. Ah, too much water, too much water. Stop, stop. could just leave it. Here it is.
Oh, that's so cute. I love it.
Mine is very, very impressionist. I took Beatrix Potter's Impressionist
It's a heart.
to new heights.
Beautiful. This, so I look more.
Oh, look at that's actually very. Oh wow, it still is not focusing. Dang it!
Do you want me?
Oh, there. Perfect. Oh my gosh, wow, that's super precise. That's kind of amazing. I love it. I posted a shelfie of my Penguin English Library paperbacks earlier this month. I was inspired by the Duchess of Cambridge because Kensington Royal posted this photo of just the Duchess and the Duke, you know, Will and Kate doing work in their offices. And on Kate's desk, she had a beautiful, beautiful lineup of, they were actually Penguin cloth-bound classics, although the cloth-bound editions have very similar designs on the cover. They're just obviously, you know, hardcover and really nice and cloth-bound. I have always contented myself with the paperbacks because they do look really cute all lined up together, but seeing the cloth bounds on Kate's desk is definitely tempting me to place an order. See, I don't have any Jane Austen paperbacks, and I have been tempted by those, but I'm thinking maybe instead I'll splurge on the cloth bound Penguin Jane Austens. There were no fewer than 3 Jane Austens on Kate's desk, which I thought was so great. That was more than any other author. She had, I think it was Sense and Sensibility, Mansfield Park, and oh, what was the other one? Oh, I cannot remember the third one. I'll have to I put it in my Insta story, so I'll have to put that. So I'll put that on the screen in case you missed it in the Insta story and are curious what books were on Kate's desk. But yes, I'm kind of a big fan of these. The only sad thing about having them, you know, with their spines is that you can't see their beautiful covers, which are so pretty. This was a fun book. I should read some gardening books now that spring is coming. I should pick some off of my shelf